And welcome back, guys, to another video. So, stress-free life. I don't think this is as talked about. You hear a lot about being the best version of yourself, which obviously I agree with, but then, getting a good job. But a lot of guys, not to make you not want to take these jobs, but a lot of these high-paying jobs are very stressful, for obvious reasons. That's why you get paid a lot. But in terms of the hours, the stress, dealing with the politics, other people, not all, but a lot of them, talking from people that I know work in these type of jobs. What are they? It can be a doctor. It can be obviously an entrepreneur. It can be high-level corporate job. I mean, there's a variety of things. And again, it's not to make it sound like don't take these jobs because, you have to do something. You can't just be nothing, or do nothing. Oh, a stress-free life, no responsibilities. I'm not saying that. Again, there's always a balance. You don't go from one extreme to another. But in areas both small and big, you want to start to map out your life in order to have a stress-free life. You're never going to knock off all stress. There's always going to be some issue, but you can control a lot of things that in the long run are not going to give you as much stress, including the short run. I'll give you guys a few examples from my personal experience. So, working a corporate job, one of the most, and again, I know post-pandemic, there's a lot of remote jobs, but a lot of those companies are calling people back in. A lot of jobs require you to be on site. So I remember when I got my corporate job, the first thing I did was I found an apartment literally like a 2-3 minute drive from my place, because I know that one of the big stress levels is traffic, especially like rush hour. And it can be rush hour in the morning, rush hour in the afternoon. I've been through that, guys. Before I got my first job, I was commuting from my parents' house because my apartment was being created. It was a new condo. So I had to wait like 6 months. And I remember, goddamn, like the morning rush hour, especially afternoon, people are tired, they're stressed out, they just want to get home. I saw quite a bit, not a lot, but I did see like accidents because people are not paying attention or they're driving too fast. And guys, you don't want to put yourself in that situation because, imagine going through rush hour traffic that makes you stressed, and then you're already stressed by the time you begin your job, and then you're kind of thinking about coming back home. Again, so if you can, live close to where you work. I guess it depends on where the city you live in, but, I'm a big believer that you can find, most places they have like apartment complex around, unless you work in like a totally remote area. A lot of places are going to have places that live by. Now look, if you have a family that's different, you might be in the suburbs, but if you guys who are younger, this is a great tip, and it made me better at work, stress-free. I got to work faster, I got home faster, and boom, just that, I cut out a lot of stress in my life. Now that's a small example. A larger example is obviously dealing with people. I've said it before, I'm not the one who came up with it, but most of, if not all, your problems in life are going to come from other people. And that's just the fact. Giving you stress, headache, arguments, fights, blah, 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 issues. So you just cut people off. I mean, I made a few videos about this. You have to be comfortable cutting people off. Who cares? Like, if it's causing you stress, like, it just doesn't make sense. Unless it's like, a situation where it's your kid and stuff like that. But I'm just talking about it from either a friend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, or someone that you're dating. If they're causing stress, F it. Life is stress enough. It's short enough as is. So you might as well cut as much stress as you can in your life. I found this out to be quite helpful once I started to post-college in the corporate world, because I learned in college that most people aren't worth shit. Their actions don't line up with their words. They're out for themselves. That's nothing wrong with it, but you never know. Well, you just have to be a little bit careful in terms of who you trust. So make friends slowly, before you give out your trust. But at the same time, though, like if you find them, they're doing sly things behind your back, they're not your true friends. Same thing with a girl that you're dating. That's why I always talk about self-improve, develop, so that you're able to be put in a position where you have abundance of options. So like most of you who are watching, you guys have the scarcity mindset. You think you have the abundance mindset, but the true test is when you're dating a cute girl, hot girl, and if she starts acting up and she's not like correcting her behavior. And again, I'm assuming that, in a calibrated way. I'm not talking about minimal stuff, but stuff that you try to point out, but she's just not correcting. Let's see if you're able to dump her and then move on and see if you can replace her. That's the true test of having an abundance mindset. So that will save you a lot of stress in the long run. And then same thing with your job, guys. Again, you're probably not going to have much opportunity early on. You just probably want to start somewhere to begin your career, which is perfectly normal. But again, start to develop skills of how you want to map out your life. So if you don't really want to deal with people and you want to maybe work remotely, so you have a little bit more flexibility in your location, hours, and you don't have to deal with people unless it's like work related over a phone call, then develop skills. Mainly, they're probably going to be programming. A lot of you guys are not going to be entrepreneurs. You're not going to build a business. So you do have to get some kind of corporate job. So if you want a more remote job, then look into AI, look into associate degrees, certifications, boot camps that you can develop programming skills that are probably the most in line with remote jobs, if I'm being honest, because a lot of those technical jobs, yeah, to a degree you have to deal with people, but it's mainly using the internet. You're not in sales, you're not managing people, so you don't have to be at the office or on site. So that's, recommendation. It may take you a few years to kind of develop those skills, get a degree, but again, you're kind of mapping out so that, long term or medium to long term, you can have that idealistic opportunities that come about. And again, you're not dealing with people, you're not dealing with, stupid office politics as much. If you like to travel, that's like a double bonus. You can be a little bit flexible. Depends on the company. I mean, domestically or if they'll allow you internationally, but still, regardless, it's a good start. And then you can kind of scale up. So again, to sum up, guys, my big motto is living a stress-free life as much as you can. You're not going to totally cut out stress, but also watching your body, eating right, going to the gym, so you don't have to be stressful about health problems or stuff that come about, especially when you get older. Again, map all this out. If you have any questions, this is what we talk about in my course. If you like to learn more about it or have a conversation about this topic, jump on a call with me. First link in the description. We can have a chat about it, and then we can kind of go on from there. But yeah, guys, this is not talked about as much. I don't care if I'm making $1 million a year. If I'm stressed out of my mind every single day, then it's just not worth it, right? So again, don't just look at the financial aspects. Have a goal in terms of what you think, you'd live a good life making X amount, location, blah, 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 map that out, and then go on from there. But don't just take the highest earning job. If you need to do it for a few years, you're going to save up for something bigger, fine. But like for 5-10 years, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to burn out. Again, if you actually enjoy it, fine, but there has to be a balance. And I'm telling you, stress-free life is the golden balance. Obviously, make enough, maybe make a little bit more in terms of what's good for you, but then look at these other factors in terms of dealing with people, location, skill sets, stuff like that, and I think you're going to be in a much better position. So like I said, guys, if you'd like to jump on a call with me, first link in description. As always, thanks for watching the video. Please like, please subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.